Hello! I self-identify as Patrick Rainbow Moore, and this is the first energetically aligned, non-violent, plant-based conscious cooking show. So, brothers and sisters, grab your mate, bring those good vibes, and why don't you let your crystals tag along? Because this is cooking in my mom's kitchen. Hi. So, where do we begin? Where do we start this journey we call cooking? Well, brothers and sisters, the first question you need to ask yourself is, what is the vibe I'm trying to create in the kitchen today? How am I aligning myself with Mother Earth and Father Sky? How can I energetically make this beautiful process we call cooking into a ceremony to both love and honor myself, my fellow beings on this planet, and all life in the universe? Well, here on Cooking in My Mom's Kitchen, I like to set the vibe with an Om. So, wherever you're watching, maybe in your mom's kitchen, maybe in your own kitchen, maybe sitting in ceremony somewhere on this beautiful globe we call Gaia, join me. Jump in the pool of a cool, refreshing Om with me now. Wow, I know I feel refreshed, energized, and ready to begin the ceremony of cooking. Let's begin, shall we? So, brothers and sisters, I know you might be asking yourself, what are we going to be cooking in ceremony today on Cooking in My Mom's Kitchen? Well, today we're going to make a beautiful, delicious, and healthy plant-based meal of oven-roasted vegetables. So, what are we going to need today to make the best oven-roasted vegetables that a person can have to power their bodies and their minds? Now, for the ingredients list, today I'm feeling moved by music and song. So I'm gonna sing our ingredients list today for you. You can follow along with the ingredients list and check out the full ingredients list in the description below. So let's begin. What do we have in our grocery bag? What do we have in our reusable grocery bag? The first item to be cooked, a head of broccoli, we thank thee. The second item we will add, broccoli's sister, cauliflower. We love you, cauliflower. Thank you for joining us. What is next? What is next? One orange bell pepper. The color choice is yours to make. I find orange energetically vibrant, so I've chosen it for today. We will also need cherry tomatoes. They're fun and very sweet. I do not love the plastic packaging, but I did my best, I swear to you. What is next? But of course, the red onion must be next. Red onion will add flavor. It will power our bodies and minds. And what else can we add? But of course, 2 carrots. Carrots, we honor you. Thank you for joining us in this roast. Now let's look below the ground. What can we dig up for our food? How about a Japanese sweet potato? Thank you to Japan and the ground. Thank you to this beautiful earth that helped us grow this sweet potato. And how can I honor my Irish heritage with 1 normal potato, a russet potato for us. Thank you to my Irish ancestors for making me love the potato so. And what else can we add? How about a can of black olives? 1 can, black or green. I chose can because it's cheaper. Olives, they're so delicious. But let's see what will add flavor next. 1 head of garlic. 1 head of garlic. Garlic, you flavor and power. Thank you for your antibacterial powers. The last thing, our brothers, our ancestors, they, like us, exhale carbon dioxide. Of course, I'm talking about mushrooms. I love mushrooms. Mushrooms are ancient. They have powers we do not possess. Thank you to the mushrooms for giving us knowledge and energy. The mushrooms will join us here. That is one of the final ingredients. I've also chosen a feta cheese, sheep and goat's milk, if you please. For my hashtag vegan friends, I recommend a cashew-based cheese. For my other veggie friends, feta cheese will do quite nicely. The universe has called me away from a vegan path and to a feta cheese. The universe guides me to real cheese, so it will join us if you please. One more thing you will need, a cooking oil, if you please. I love olive oil in bulk. It's cheap and environmentally friendly. You could also choose an avocado oil, a coconut oil, or whatever oil suits you, please. You'll need some oil. You'll also want to spice things up. I've chosen some bulk Italian seasoning and rosemary. Italian seasoning rosemary, Italian seasoned rosemary, Italian seasoned rosemary. These are the spices for today. Spice, 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 Italian seasoning and rosemary. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for joining me on our musical journey and covering the ingredients that we're going to be needing for today's beautiful recipe. Let's move on to the next step. Ooh la la la, ooh la la la, ooh la la la, ooh la la la, ooh la 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 la. Woo-hoo! So, the first step here is going to be taking some of our veggie friends that have grown up in the earthy goodness of the soil beneath our feet and peeling away their outer layer so that we can get to the juicy goodness inside. Now, in non-violent conscious cooking, it's always important to ask your vegetables consent before you begin the peeling process. I find most of the vegetables that I interact with, in fact, prefer to lose their dull outer skin, much as many of us prefer to drop our winter coats when we come inside on a cold day. But it's important to ask. So let's begin today by asking for some consent from our veggie friends. Let's begin with the Japanese sweet potato. Hey there, friend. Your purple color looks delicious. I'm wondering, can I help you peel away your winter coat so we can begin this beautiful dance that we call cooking? I think the sweet potato is on board today. We're in luck. Let's talk to his brother, the russet potato, shall we? Hey there, Mr. Russet. As a fellow Irishman, I honor thee. I wanted to ask, do you consent to having me help you lose your peel today before we begin this cooking process? Thank you. Thank you, Brother Potato. That just leaves us our two orange-friendly friends, the carrots. Now, carrots can be a bit more temperamental, I find, and sometimes they like to leave on their outer coat, but I find that many carrots, when given the option, would, in fact, like to be brought down to their brighter orange and lose that outer skin. So let's talk to, hey carrot friends, how you guys doing today? Would you consent to a light peeling before we began this beautiful ceremony that we call cooking today? Beautiful. They've also decided to join in this peeling party. So let's move on. Step number 2. Now that we've gained consent, let's peel these vegetables and help them really become who they want to be. So the first thing you're going to want is to open up your green compostable garbage, something that you'll later feed to your chickens or help use to make some beautiful and vibrant soil in your compost bin in your yard. So let's begin with peeling the carrots, shall we? Okay, yeah, the peel is just coming right off here. You can tell this carrot is excited about getting into this ceremony with me today. I'm picking up some really, really great energy from this carrot. Let's move on to Mr. Potato. Thank you for your consent, Mr. Potato. Oh yeah, Mr. Potato. I used to have a Mr. Potato head as a child. That was a fun toy. Did you guys ever have a Mr. Potato head as a child? I think those were fun toys. There's a little blemish here. Nothing wrong with the blemish. I have a few blemishes myself. Now let's talk to our friend, the Japanese sweet potato. This is one of my favorite. I love Japanese culture, and their sweet potatoes are very, very sweet and very kind and compassionate vegetables. It has this nice purplish skin, but once we peel back the layers a bit, you can see that, in fact, it has a beautiful white inside, much like our russet potato. All right, boys and girls. Now it's time for the next step in this beautiful process that we're calling cooking. So, take your veggie friends, check in on them. What's their vibe? See if they're ready for bath time. Let's give those veggie pals of ours a nice little bath and get them cleaned up and ready to go for our oven ceremony. Gotta wash and appreciate each and every one of our vegetable friends that's joining us today on this beautiful cooking ceremony and energetic journey. All right, brothers and sisters, it's now time for the next step in the process. Let's grab those fresh and clean veggies and bring them over to the chopping board, where we can start to ground ourselves for the meditation that I call chopping vegetables. These vegetables have been growing in size, in shape, in color, and in taste for many months, and now it's time for us to fulfill our role as their guides in helping them lose their shape, lose their form, and gain a higher reasoning. For them to go from being an assortment of different vegetables and lose their shapes within themselves and become something new, something great, something delicious. Oven roasted vegetables.
Saxophone, saxophone, saxophone.
Okay, now we move on to the next step in the process. Now I've chosen a dish that unfortunately doesn't give me the freedom to bodily express myself and work with the energy of the vegetables that need to be worked with. So I'm gonna grab a bigger pot and I'm gonna mix those vegetables together and create a melting pot of vegetable life. And I'm gonna add some oil and seasonings and I'm gonna massage the vegetables and mix them together in a loving and caring way that will help them feel honored and loved before their oven meditation. Let's talk spices, guys. Let's talk spices. It's important that we have salt in our diet, so we'll start by just putting some salt in here. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Salt is your friend, folks. And then let's talk pepper. I know that I love salt and Peppa, and what would salt be without Peppa? So let's grind a little bit of pepper into here. I think this pepper is going to really bring out some beautiful flavors. That's really nice. You know, with oven roasted vegetables, the key is the dressing. These veggies, they want to be flavorful. They want to, dance a beautiful dance of flavor within our mouths. And so they want us to add some nice flavoring. And next we have some nice paprika from our spice garden. And let's add that for a nice little smoky taste in there. That's going to be really delicious. Now, the last two things I mentioned were in the ingredients list. I got these from the bulk section of herbs and spices. We have an Italian seasoning and a rosemary. So let's start with a little bit of the Italian seasoning here. Yeah, I think this is going to be really nice, guys. This is coming together beautifully. Yeah, we just dumped some Italian seasoning in there. Now, I know it looks like a lot of seasoning right now up on the top, but you have to remember once we start to massage and dress and make sure each one of our veggie friends has been taken care of, that it's going to be a little different. And let's add a little bit of rosemary as well. I think that rosemary is going to add a nice flavor. So we'll add that in there. That's really beautiful. Okay, now let's get our hands in there and start to massage again, shall we? Oh yeah, let's get these flavors mixed up. Let's get these nice, broccoli on the ground. 5-second rule. All right, so let's go ahead and keep mixing and mashing all of that up. I'm seeing some beautiful flavors coming out here. This is going to be a delicious, energetic, conscious, and plant-based meal. Alright, now it's time to move on to the next step of the process. Let's move over to our great oven. Thank you, oven, for providing us this heat to cook our food. I've chosen to preheat my oven to 350 degrees. I find this number to be numerically powerful. It's a number that reaches back through millennia and civilizations past and has always held great sway over my own consciousness and the consciousness of my elders. I'm never one to tell a person which number is right for them, but now you know a little bit about why 350 is the number I've chosen to preheat my oven.
Charge your crystals every day.
All right, we've made it to the moment we've all been waiting for. Our vegetables have been loved and honored. They've been dressed appropriately. And we, here in my mom's kitchen, have created a container, a safe space that is able to help us create this energetically aligned, non-violent, plant-based, conscious meal of oven-roasted vegetables. So let's pop open that oven and stick the veggies in and let the oven do its magic. Now, I'm gonna leave my vegetables in the oven for about 45 minutes to 2 hours. Of course, you know that time is a man-made construct, and I would never seek to impose its cold and brutal reality upon you. But if you choose to live on this plane and abide by the rules of this man-made construct, then I would also recommend 45 minutes to 2 hours cooking time for you as well. I find sometimes it's best to take them out halfway through and stir them around so that all the vegetables get an equal chance to be baked on the top and the bottom in a beautiful socialist type setting. All right, brothers and sisters, this is the moment we've been waiting for. This is the reason we created this container, this safe space, that we performed this ceremony we call cooking, that I like to call making love. So, now's the time to open your oven, take out your vegetables, and fill your soul with this nutrient-dense, energetically aligned, non-violent, plant-based, conscious meal. Let it fill you up, and let it brighten the light that shines from your soul, and take that light out into the world and share it with those around you, because that is what conscious food is all about. Now, don't forget, there's one more thing. Anytime you're cooking in your mom's kitchen, don't forget to do the dishes.
You like my face, 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 you like my face. Subscribe to my face. Yeah.
So, I've been your host, Patrick Rainbow Moore, and this has been the first energetically aligned, non-violent, plant-based, conscious cooking show. Thank you for joining me in my mom's kitchen. Before we go, I'd like to thank my crystals for helping me create a beautiful, energetic container for today's powerful cooking ceremony. Namaste. And thank all of you for joining me on this energetic journey, and for maybe briefly, for a moment, touching this thing we call the universal fabric through the beautiful art and ceremony that we call cooking. Until next time, please hit the subscribe button if you want to stay up to date with some beautiful, energetic content, and if you want to continue to learn about some plant-based, conscious recipes, and join me again here in my mom's kitchen. Thank you, and namaste.